It's one thing to say, this team's off to a good start, the metrics, the stats look good, but who have they played? And the same could be said for Ohio State. But when it's a program that's been in play with the same characters filling the same roles, in this case, Phil Parker is the defensive coordinator, then you can trust what they're doing, even if the opponents are marginal. You can trust that, okay, this happens every year. This is what we get every year. And this is just a carbon copy of what they do and who they are. And we can trust that they're pretty much as good as advertised.
The Iowa defense deserves so much better than the Iowa offense. And we can look at the Roman Empire and how it went down because sons that probably were not qualified for the job ended up getting the main job. And Brian Ferentz, here we are, 10 minutes into the show, and the first Brian Ferentz mention that I can remember on here has steered that ship that really has not really been a huge offensive juggernaut under him right into the iceberg. And I mean, I just don't understand. There was an exchange, I guess, this week over there about why Spencer Petras, why don't they go to the backup quarterback? And it's like, well, why do we go to the backup quarterback? Well, because Spencer Petras has largely been ineffective. He has 2 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. He's a 54% passer, if I'm recalling. Here is a stat that I'm going to be dropping in my tail of the tape here in 35 minutes. Spencer Petras, through his career, 5-year career, starting for about 2.5 years, has 2 fewer career passing yards than C.J. Stroud had in 2021. C.J. Stroud in 2021 passed for 4,435 yards. Spencer Petras, through his entire Iowa career, has passed for 4,433 yards. So, this is not necessarily an issue of, 2021 or 2022 is some sort of outlier. You sit there and you look at Charlie Jones and another receiver transferred out of Iowa to go to Purdue and are lighting it up. And yes, I understand that Aiden O'Connell is a very prolific passer. Jeff Brom runs a very pass-friendly offense out there. But what would the stats be of this tandem if they stayed in Iowa City? I mean, maybe they might have another touchdown, 2 touchdowns. I'm not sure, but there is a huge indictment of where this Iowa offense is, and it starts. It doesn't start with Brian Ferentz. It starts with Kirk, because Kirk put him in this position. He was the enabler.